You might get a fancy little notification here just telling you to accept the recording. Don't worry, I will not be sharing this in Times Square or anything. It might go up on YouTube, but that's about it. But your faces will not be in it. So you're good to stay on camera. All right, so let's kick off. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to be chatting, as you know, all things artificial intelligence copywriting. And honestly, this training is very unlike me to teach because prior to 5 months ago, I had zero knowledge about artificial intelligence and truthfully didn't really care, I guess. Like it's never been a realm I've been overly excited about. But about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, I was attending an online marketing conference called AdWorld, hugest, largest online marketing conference that exists. Highly recommend it if you want to advance your knowledge of marketing, but that's besides the point. One of my mentors was actually speaking at that, and his name is Seth Godin. And he talked about this tool. At the time, it was called Conversion. And he started saying, like, this is the way of the future. And I had heard about this tool prior to Seth coming on and telling us about it. But as soon as he said it, he is like a world-renowned marketer, has written upwards of 15 books about marketing, is the most respected marketer in the world. And as soon as it came out of his mouth, I was like, I'm going to learn everything I can about this, and kind of dove right in. And my curiosity was just like oozing out of me. And once I started using the tool, I truly could not stop. And I'm not even lying to you when I say I have used it every single day. So that's why I'm going to be bubbling with excitement. So for some of you, you're going to leave this training and be like, I don't even care. Like this has no place in my life or in my business. And maybe I'll just have introduced you to something new. But for some of you, you might actually see a really big opportunity with it in saving yourself time, in improving the output that you have, or in just being more creative. Like it is my brainstorming bestie every single day. So that's kind of what we're going to dive into. And then I'll save time at the end for Q&A. So I kind of went over this, but I'm going to share the tool, which I have yet to mention, keeping it a secret. I'm going to kind of tell you who it's perfect for, how it helps you, why you should use it. And then I'm actually going to screen share just like I'm doing now. And the best part of this training, in my opinion, is while you watch me go through and actually do it in real time, like create content and output right in front of your eyes. So I hope that intrigues you. And then we'll have time for some questions. So before we get into it, I just want to share from a personal experience. Like I was the type of person growing up in high school, in university, like was not a writer. I was a C student, like never was outputting great essays or, you know, anytime we had to turn in papers, like it's not my thing. I would never have labeled myself a writer. But as soon as I started my social media consulting business about 7 years ago, I had to start creating content for many brands and many businesses. And this was at the rise of Instagram, at the rise of Facebook. This is when everyone was starting to catch on to email marketing and creating landing pages, just like the one you would have signed up through today. And I realized like this is an important skill for me to start honing in on. So through practice, I started to feel like I was getting a little bit better. But as my little social media agency started to grow, I realized like I came to this point in the day where I just didn't have creative ideas anymore. Or if I woke up feeling slightly off, I just felt like I can't figure out what to write, or the email's just not coming to me, or I would have to produce 5 Facebook posts or, you know, whatever it was, 20 tweets for a client. And sometimes I just felt stumped, and I caught myself saying this over and over. I'm just not a great writer. And I had to be in that really like perfect headspace almost. And I truly wish I had this tool that I'm about to show you 6 years ago when I was doing this for multiple clients, because it can save you a lot of time. And in those moments where you just feel like you're not churning out ideas, or you can't quite land on like what that perfect Facebook ad is going to be, or what your email subject should be so that more people open it. It's like the most minute things that you can rely on this external tool. So I'm curious if you guys want to pop open the chat. I'll pop it open and just light it up here. Tell me, have you ever in your life, just say yes or no, have you ever caught yourself saying, I'm just not a great writer? Give me a yes or no. Blake says yes. Welcome, Blake. Good to see you. Zoe says yes. And you can totally say no. Like some of you here are going to be good writers, perhaps. And maybe for you, this is just going to be about optimizing your writing or saving yourself time because you're at capacity in your business. Oh, I love the honesty. Okay, so Tammy, Mark, and Camille have never said that before. I'm going to hire all three of you. Love to have your writing skills because perhaps you're all really good writers. But regardless, I think a lot of us have said that to ourselves, or you might be joining tonight because you're like, I just want to optimize my writing and really see how far I can stretch it or how much I can produce while reducing the time spent behind a computer screen or behind your Instagram or Facebook. So regardless of why you came, if you were time crunched like I was, this is going to help you out. If you ever have a slow brain day or you just need to get past the blank page, like if you ever sat down and you're like, I need to produce some content or I have to put out a podcast episode, this is going to help you get past the blank page. I have many of those days. If you want to create more time or more content in less time, it's going to help you out. If your work requires you to write content, some of you are, encouraged by your work to post on LinkedIn, tweet. This might help you out. Or if you just want to quit your day job and become a full-time copywriter, I have many friends and acquaintances now who have been able to do so because copywriting or just writing for online entrepreneurs is a full-time career these days, which is pretty incredible if that's something that lights you up. If you are going to share any part of this training presentation, I just wanted to share, please tag me. I love connecting with you guys on Instagram. I'm pretty sure Instagram's still down, so maybe this slide is useless tonight. Okay, so I've alluded to the tool. So let me introduce you to this special someone. So he, as the creators have called him, he is confident, he is kind, he is hardworking. He helps out around my office a lot of days, and his name is Jarvis. I'm going to be showing you guys through Jarvis today. And like, I'm not paid to work for this company. I truly just love it. So like in no way am I going to be telling you to go use the tool. I am an affiliate for them, but that's not even why I'm hosting this training. I just love sharing things that light me up and passing them along to you. So Jarvis is an artificial intelligence platform, I guess we'll call it, trained to generate original creative content in literally like 2 or 3 seconds from the moment you input an idea. So you have to come to Jarvis with something to say, or with a topic, or with a theme, or with a paid ad that you're trying to create or optimize. And then Jarvis will spit out something based on what's popular in Google Trends, based on what's performing well in search engine optimization. And he will spit out something remarkable, and sometimes silly things that make you laugh because it's not perfect, right? So we have to really remind ourselves that too. Now, I know a lot of you are going to go run and see what this is. So our program manager, Alex, who's here, she's going to paste a link into the chat. If you want, again, you can click on the link right now and you're going to get 10,000 free words just for saving the deal for later. So do not start the free trial now. Otherwise, I'm not going to see you for the next hour. Just hit save the deal for later if you think you might want to try this. And you get 10,000 free words of output, which is a lot. It took me like a month to go through 10,000 words. So that is a special gift for all of you on live. Okay, so just a caveat with Jarvis, I'm still new to it. I'm still learning. So I'm going to share from my personal experience, but I have already done 50,000 words through Jarvis. So I feel like at this point, I'm like moving from amateur into intermediate. That is like the size of a small novel. So I've written my first novel with Jarvis, basically. So I'm just speaking from the experience that I have, and hope this is beneficial to you in some kind of way. But the thing is, I'm using it with clients right now who have like, whatever, 20,000 a year in revenue. I also have a client who is pushing 1 to 2 million in revenue a year, and I do their marketing for them, and they are using this. So it's really applicable to a wide variety if you see the value in it and if you feel like investing in it. Okay, so who uses it? I'm going to kind of blast through that. Small businesses, content creators like Instagrammers, marketers use Jarvis a lot, especially if you want to start a little agency or take on clients, you're a freelancer. If you write a blog, if you host a podcast, if you write a newsletter, or if you are someone who builds community like through a Facebook group, these are the people who are going to benefit, I'd say, the most from using Jarvis. And I'm just going to get through all this logistical stuff. Benefits of Jarvis. So number one, I would say is simplicity. I took a training on Jarvis a couple months ago, and it showed me how to create a month's worth of content using Jarvis for all of my social media and for my emails. And it was really cool. It was so simple because I just outlined each week what I wanted to create. So I was like, okay, 1 email a week, 3 Instagram posts a week, and I need 1 ad per month. And then as I went through this training, they were showing me how to like spit out all of the subject lines, and the subject lines inspire your content. And then the content inspires what call to action you're going to put in. And I did it all through Jarvis. So 1 month of content in an hour. To me, that's super simple. If you can force yourself to batch create, it's really, really awesome. Another benefit of Jarvis is the quality. So if you're not trained in copywriting, like this is a profession that a lot of people spend many years becoming certified. And I know for a lot of you, it's just not an option to hire a copywriter right now. So if you're not trained in copywriting, especially sales copywriting or conversion copywriting, so using your words to, I don't want to say like persuade, but using your words to show people like this is the solution to your problem. That is an art. That is a science. It is a skill that like not a lot of people have. So Jarvis can actually help to, I'd say, enhance the quality of the content that you write. So for example, I'll often sit down, I know this sounds silly, I'll write an Instagram caption, I'll put it into Content Improver, which I'll show you, and then it improves it for me based on keywords and based on what's relevant. It'll make it more succinct. It's really nice. Another reason to use Jarvis is the quantity of output. So as much as a marketer, like I don't want you to feel like you have to show up across every platform or be sending daily emails and creating daily podcasts and all this stuff, because that to me is like growth mania. You could drive yourself crazy and really burn out. However, quantity also means there will be potentially more eyeballs on your content. So you do need to output some quantity as a business owner. You need to choose a few social media platforms and post regularly. You need to know like there's a regular cadence to your emails and to all the content you're creating. So Jarvis does help you to create, I'd say, about 4 times faster. So if you were writing a blog without Jarvis, maybe it would take you 2 hours. Writing a blog with Jarvis, about 30 minutes. That's my experience. And that's like the experience of others who I've met who have been using the software. So I'm not just making up stats. Like this is something that they have talked to a lot of people about. And finally, it can help you with ideation. So really getting past that blank page and that blank stare that you have at it when you're like, oh God, what do I say on LinkedIn today? So you're really able to conquer writer's block if you need that. And you can generate so many ideas. I've been very inspired to create blogs or create different posts just based on the brainstorming that Jarvis and I have done. So we've grown a pretty close relationship. So yeah, all in all, like it just makes you better as a content creator. All right. So I want to talk about 5 ways that I use it every day and possibly 5 ways that you're going to use it. But just know there's a lot more to it. So of course, like I'll jam with you guys afterwards too, if anyone has questions. So let me show you the platform. The nice thing about only having 10 of you here is that we can be super intimate and you can just type questions in the chat. So as they come up, just use the chat and I'll answer them at the end. So here's what the platform looks like. So really you're coming in and I'm always coming over to templates here. And you can see right along the top, these are all of the things it can help you with. So emails, website copy, writing blogs, ads, e-commerce, social media, Google, videos, SEO. So this is a way to filter down by exactly what you're trying to create. If I just scroll through, you can see all of the different options here. So there's some really fun ones like explaining things to a child. So if you feel like you're way too scientific, you're using words that the average person does not connect with, you could do that. You can see there's lots of Facebook and Google stuff, writing captions. So I'm going to be explaining 5 of these to you and just quickly running you through examples. And this is why I use it daily, because there's so many uses. As somebody who runs a business and takes on clients, there's so many ways that I can just pump out content by grabbing any one of these templates. So let's get into strategy number 1. Okay, so I know a few of you on are content creators. So for many of you, you have to keep creating content in order to stay relevant. And yes, you can recycle a lot of it, but at the end of the day, there is a lot of output that's needed on your behalf. So I love using Jarvis's method around batch creating. And I do that by using the template blog post topic ideas. So this one's really, really fun. So I'm going to take you over to blog post topic ideas. So I'll just click blog here, blog post topic ideas. And so what I'm going to do is first I'll show you these fields. So in any template, you're going to have to input stuff. Okay. It needs input. And the more you give it, obviously to the maximum characters. So you can't go over the maximum characters, but the more you give it, the easier it is for Jarvis to create content that actually makes sense. So if you don't give it enough input, it can't give you a good output. So you'll find through experimentation, like you do have to make sure you're clear with him. So say you're looking for 3 different blog post ideas that you're then going to turn into 3 Instagram captions that you're then going to turn into 3 tweets. Like they're all going to be the same theme, but you're just going to repurpose. So maybe I'll write in the company name. So maybe I have a health food store and I call it the Health Loft. And maybe the description is we are a local health food store that stocks high quality supplements for, and by the way, it'll never spit out the same thing. So there's no way you can plagiarize or be copyrighted. Like I'm doing this with you and it might spit out the worst stuff ever. It doesn't usually, but you're all going to be with me in real time here. I cannot I don't know. I can't predict what it's going to say. So we are a local health food store that stocks high quality supplements for pre and post workout. We also have staff exactly which products recommend so that you can reach your fitness goals fast. Okay, so again, for all of you, you would just write in whatever your description is of the course you sell, of the coaching that you have, of the e-commerce business that you have. Then you get to type in your audience, okay? So you need to know who you're talking to. If you don't know who you're talking to, back to basics, join the visionary method. We'll teach you about that. So who is your audience? Maybe I say bodybuilders, right? Or moms, or pregnant women, or kids, doctors. It doesn't matter. Put in whatever you want. Jarvis can read any audience and take that. Tone of voice is also something you have to input. You can use a quality here. So I could say chatty. I could also say Marilyn Monroe. I don't know exactly how she talked, but I can type in a person or Barack Obama. Like you can type in people and it'll have enough information because it scans the internet, right? So it'll grab that person's general tone and pour it into the output. So I'll say chatty. You can also type on this info box and then click to see more, and it'll give you a list of like 200 possible tones of voice. So I use chatty, bold, confident, inspirational, like words like that, depending on what I'm trying to do. And then all you have to do is tell it how many outputs you want. So I want maybe 3 blog post topic ideas. And then you just generate AI content. Okay, so sometimes it spits out things that you're just going to want to delete. Like this one looks pretty incomplete, but we got one idea: 7 supplements to increase your athletic performance. Listicles do really well on the internet. We know this will be super SEO friendly. So we like that one. How to get fit in a month. I'm not super fond of that. I might change this to confident. And then let's do 3 more outputs and see what it can come up with. Okay, here we go. 5 toning exercises for beginners. So that could be a good blog post topic, especially for people who are just getting into fitness. We want to attract them to our store so they come buy their pre and post workout from us. Supplements you should always have at home. That's cool. I might add on to that one and say supplements you should always have at home if you're a bodybuilder. And you can come in here and edit, which is super awesome. And then all you do is copy it. And then you would go paste it into a document. And then we could save that and actually create a piece of content around it using Jarvis. What else? 10 tips to finally get motivated to hit the gym. Another listicle. Jarvis loves these listicles. So this is just one idea of how you could use it to create ideas. Remember, like, you know, those moments when you go to log on to Instagram and you're like, I need to post something because I've been a ghost lately, but I don't really know what to say. Come on here. Just type in your company name and a small description of what you're trying to sell, and you're going to get a bunch of topics. So you could work this, play around with the audience, play around with the tone of voice. It's always going to spit out something different. So yeah, if you have any questions on that one, let me know in the chat. Okay, let's get on to content strategy 2, which is using proven marketing frameworks. This one's good, whether you use Jarvis or like are just creating your own content like I did for the last 7 years. I love the idea of teaching and showing you guys these proven marketing templates. So one of them is called ADA. It's the oldest marketing framework, as it says here, and it's going to break down a post into attention, interest, desire, and action. And this is a framework that generally gets people intrigued. It kind of like shows them what problem they have and then what your solution is and how to take action. The other one is this PAS, problem, agitate, solution. Don't love that word agitate, but regardless. Okay, so say we decided to, you're watching this in real time. So give me a second to copy and paste. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to use the same product description that I did in the last one. This time Jarvis is actually going to write the post for us. Okay. So the company name is the Health Loft Supplements. The product description is the same as before. This time we're just looking for a piece of content from Jarvis. Tone of voice, let's say bold, because, you know, if we're recommending supplements to bodybuilders, we want to make sure that we're confident that we are the right store. So yeah, that's pretty much all I need to put in there. And then what I'm going to do is generate content, and it's going to spit out a post. It'll be outlined like problem, how they agitate it. Again, don't love that word, but they're just going to say like, this is why it's a problem. And then your product name will be presented as a solution. You'll notice this framework all around the internet, by the way. Just to show you an example, like I pulled up a random website and this is what we see on it. So the problem is, let's face it, most people hate the software they use at work. The agitate is Business software is clunky, expensive, hard to set up, frustrating. The solution, we believe your business deserves better software that's ready to go. And then they present their product. Okay, so really popular around the internet, and maybe now that you know of it, you'll see more of it. So let's do this if we're a supplement store and see how this can work. It's really fun to see how it can spit out more content than we even inputted. Okay, so let's see what we got here. When you want to hit your fitness goals, it can be hard to know which supplements are right for you. So that's a problem. We've got a solution. Our team of certified nutritionists and personal trainers will make sure you get the best product to suit your needs. Whether you're looking for protein powder or pre-workout energy boosters, we have everything you need. Okay, they're not really agitating the problem, but that's good. And then solution, stop wasting money on cheap supplements that don't work. So what you would do is just grab this, tweak what you want. You have to get rid of these headers. Make the necessary changes. Remember, this is a robot. Like, you have to read through everything because it's picking up things from the internet. Again, not plagiarizing, but it's grabbing ideas. Let's see what the other one is. You want to get fit, but you don't know where to start. A lot of people are intimidated by the supplement industry with so many options and different brands claiming their product is the best on the market. Yes, it can be hard to know which supplements will actually help you reach your goals. So that one's really good. I like that one. And then the third one, finding the right supplements for your goals can be tricky. We know you're busy and want to get in, grab what you need and get out. But if you don't invest time finding, so I'd say this one's a very successful output. So what I would do is take this, make a few changes to it, act as a partner to Jarvis. Like, he's your buddy. So, you know, you can tell him that's not right. Let's do again. Or, you know, you could really improve by adding this at the end. So you get to make the necessary changes, and then you're just going to copy it, paste it into your social media schedule or paste it into Facebook, and you're done. Goodbye. Okay. So I love this one. So fun. I like the PAS framework. It's a good one to use. Okay, another one that I want to show you because it's a lot of fun to use, and I've helped a lot of my clients write their landing pages and their sales pages and their program pages with this, is to be more persuasive using Jarvis. So sometimes I catch people on their sales pages writing bullet points that like are just really mediocre, I would say. They say, my course will save you time. My course will help you be more productive. My course will motivate you. It's like, so generic. So how do we get away from that? Well, we come over to Jarvis, and you could use your 10,000 free words for this to rewrite your landing page. And then there's one called persuasive bullet points. This one's really cool. Or maybe I just find it cool. Okay, so let's go with this Health Loft retail store that I've randomly created. We got the same description and then tone of voice. I don't know, you could type in like The Rock. Okay, so we get that in. We want, you know, you choose how many outputs. I would say 2 to 3, because remember that every output is like points against your monthly limit. So I'm on the Jarvis, I think I use the starter plan, like the basic one. So I only get a certain amount of words per month, I think 20,000, which is more than enough, but I don't want to spit out 100 outputs because that's going to really eat into my word load, right? So I'll do 3 here. And let's see what it spits out. Okay, cool. So we're acting as The Rock here. We are a supplement store. So bullet points of like, why shop at the Health Loft? Get the perfect body with just a few clicks. That's super juicy. I love that. If we were an e-com store. Train smarter, not harder. That's relevant. Increase your workout drive and prepare for intense training sessions. That's juicy too. Learn more about which supplements are best for you. Yeah. Okay. So you guys can read this. I don't need to go, but see how it really does create like some great bullet points, better than I could write myself. So I love it for persuasive bullet points, emails, websites, social media posts. Everyone loves a bullet point because it's easier on the eyes. So yeah, love this. anyone has questions on that. Gunjan was saying the word limit means the output it gives or the output that you would actually use. It is I believe it's the output that oh, you kind of caught me on that one. I can't actually remember. I think it's the output of words. So it's anything that shows up on the right-hand side, but I could be wrong. So maybe double check on that one. Or maybe it's the input. Anyways, I don't know. Okay, so that is persuasive bullet points. I really enjoy persuasive bullet points, even just to improve the bullet points you already have on your website. All right, content strategy 4. I hope some of this is landing for you guys. And even if you're not gonna use the software, you might one day in the future, or you might just have some reminders of what it is to focus on your copywriting and make it 1% better every single day, right? Don't just be that person who just like throws together stuff. And, you know, if the point of your writing is to convert your readers onto the next step, you do have to put some intention into what you're saying, and you have to put words around what are they dealing with? What's the problem? What's your solution? Not all copy has to be like that, but if you're using conversion copy or sales copy, there has to be intention to it, I would say. Creative copy is different. Sometimes I literally just write from the heart and I just say like, I had a bad day today, right? Oh, Camille, that's so nice. Camille, is it morning for you? 7 a.m. Love that you're here with us. And yeah, I mean, if you're burnt out of creating content, which Camille, I know you are busy, you're running your agency, you've got your clients, but you know you need to still be showing up. This is a great solution. And the nice part is you can pass it off to other people. So Camille, if your assistant or a team member learns it, they could do the content too. Just you would have to teach them like what we're looking for and what to input, and then they could do it all and have you approve it. Okay, let's quickly go through strategy 4 is having a strong call to action or conclusion. So that's what I was just alluding to. So I guess probably the most relevant Jarvis tool for this would be blog post conclusion paragraph. Okay, so I was already playing around with this one today. So what are the main points that you outline in your blog post? So say you just wrote, and it says blog here, but think it could be Instagram, it could be podcast, it could be your newsletter conclusion paragraph. So you're not chained to what it says here. That's just a guidance. What are the main points? Well, you need to invest in high quality supplements in order to see improvements in your body composition. Knowing what to eat pre-workout and post-workout is the secret to achieving your body goals. So that's the summary of what I'm trying to say this week. The call to action: come to the Health Loft for a free 15-minute consultation, or whatever your call to action is. Fill out this form and learn which supplements are best for you. And tone of voice, you want to be friendly, just to make people feel less intimidated by the world of supplements. You want 3 outputs here. Click generate. And let's see what it spits out. This is always the best part. Okay, so this would be a conclusion. So you've written the email, you've used your persuasive bullet points, you have the topic idea, and now you get to say, if you're looking for a way to take your body composition and physical performance to the next level, one of the best ways is through high quality workout supplements. A good place to start would be knowing what type of pre and post workout foods are right for you. I mean, we're talking supplements here, so I would change this. And then fill out this form if you want me to recommend, oh, I love that. If you want me to recommend some products that will help you get there, or that will help you get started. So I'd say that one was like very successful. I love that. Again, this is not plagiarized. This is custom for you. So if you want to use it, you'll be the only person on the internet who said this in this way. Obviously, we have 2 more recommendations, so you could use those as well. These are really great. I can just tell by looking at them that what we inputted was enough for Jarvis to figure it out on the other side. So that's cool. Okay, let's go to the fifth and final one. So that's conclusion paragraphs. So maybe you're interested in conclusion paragraphs, or maybe you're like, why would I care? But regardless, it creates content for you. Okay, my next favorite and final favorite that I want to show you that's going to be a helpful marketing tool for you is marketing angles. This one's kind of unique, actually. So the main goal in marketing angles is one of the templates is to really catch the attention of your dream customer or your dream client. And if you say it like all of your competitors say it, good luck standing out, right? Kind of know that. That's like marketing 101. So a marketing angle is really an approach to deliver your message in a memorable and a unique way. And if you've ever worked for a marketing agency, you would have done many brainstorms and maybe called it something different, but it's always like, what's the angle? What's the tilt? What's the edge that we're taking? So let me open Jarvis. This is the last example I'm going to show you, and then I'll just let you guys play around with it using the link that I sent you for 10,000 free words. I would come here to marketing angles. Okay, so I was playing around with it earlier today for this training. So maybe our product name is Hank's Cold Brew Coffee. Okay, someone who does cold brew. And product description, our cold brew coffee is the perfect on-the-go beverage. Let's try this. All right, perfect on-the-go beverage for bodybuilders and fitness. I don't know. And it comes in a variety of unique flavors that you can't find anywhere else. Okay, and then tone of voice, let's say fun. Okay, so we are going to try and brainstorm marketing angles. So it says here how we can add vibrancy to your marketing. So don't just be like every other cold brew coffee company. That's so boring. So let's see what we got. Okay. So let's see, people who care about nutrition and staying healthy love our cold brew coffee because it's a much healthier alternative to other types of coffee. Okay, so that's an angle. You'll obviously have to prove why, but I love that. The best thing about Hank's cold brew coffee is that it doesn't have any sugar. It's been sweetened naturally through the process of freezing. Okay, that one's a little weird. I don't know where it came up with that. Our motto at Hank's is cold brew smarter because we take pride in producing high quality coffee products that are made with quality. Love that. I feel like that one's very focused on the quality, and I love the cold brew smarter. Use it as a nutritional supplement. That's an interesting angle. I don't know that we can position cold brew coffee that way, but why not? Sometimes coffee just doesn't do the trick. Our caffeine rich flavor can be, it's great for any life. Okay, so here you go. You can kind of browse them and see like, if we're going to create a little campaign around our new product, Hank's Cold Brew Coffee, what's the edge? What is the marketing angle that we're trying to accomplish here? So you might have to play around with this one. Again, be very descriptive in the product description. Zoe says, would angles be used as subheading? So absolutely they could. I believe the way Jarvis wants you to use this one is more just in ideation. Like when you're creating a Facebook post, what should you be focusing on? And it's, you know, here, like say we're going with the quality one, the focus should be on the quality. But I like this. I would definitely copy and paste it and use it as a subheading. So it might say Canada's #1 cold brew. We cold brew smarter because we take pride in producing high quality coffee products that are made with quality ingredients. So yeah, it could definitely be the subheading. It could also be like the big tagline, you know, when you land on a website and there's a positioning statement, it's like, again, the #1 auto mechanic in Blue Mountain, Ontario. That's a marketing angle. The highest quality cold brew you'll ever find. That's a marketing angle too. So yeah, definitely you could use it as a subheading. Whew. Okay. I would love to know, after all of that, which of these templates are you most excited to test out? and use in your creation process. So if you're still here with us, open up the chat box and let me know what seems useful, what template were you like, oh, I kind of like that one. I can actually go back to our templates, but yeah, if you wouldn't mind typing into the chat, out of all of the templates, I'd love to know which one are you excited to play around with. I might even be able to play around with one of you in your businesses live here if you want to be a guinea pig with me. But which one seems fun? I personally think the engaging questions is a lot of fun. What else? Obviously video script outlines. If you're a YouTuber, I would relate that to my podcast as well. Captions, lots of stuff here. Oh, Jill, welcome. The PAS framework. Yeah, it's a good one. And you don't even need to use Jarvis to activate that one. So I'd love for you all to create a PAS post. Everything, says Camille. Good. I'm so glad this is helpful. Blake says, explain it to a child. Great. So you can explain it to Koa. Yeah, that one's fun. I think it would be awesome if you guys do end up activating it. Run some of the more, if you have a technical product or a very service oriented product, you may want to make it more simple, because sometimes when we start explaining services, we're like, I do this big coaching thing and your transformation is going to be all this and that. What are you trying to say? You could actually input that into explain it to a child and what the output grade level should be. Zoe likes the bullet points and the PAS. Camille says blog post. Cool. Blogs. Yeah, for blogs, it's helpful. And the thing I didn't show you, because I'm not using it yet, is that there is a long form content creator. Where is it? I forget, but you can do long form content as well, and it helps you write. I didn't love using it, but it's available. I think it might be on the premium plan, actually. So, okay, well, that's pretty much it. Again, you can get 10,000 free words. This is just because I love playing around with it, and I think you will too. So you can grab the link that Alex will paste in the chat and save the deal for later if you want, or start your free trial. I forget if you have to pay to start your trial, or I think maybe you can just do it free. And if topics like this interest you, if you've been needing somebody to act as your marketing partner, Alex will also paste a link in the chat if you do want to explore how I can help you. But of course, that's not the intention of this webinar. It is just if you feel like this training's not enough and you really do need that extra support. Okay, so if you have to go, thank you so much for coming. I had way too much fun doing this, and I'm not even a night person, but I feel energized. I'm going to stick around for another 10 or so minutes for anyone who has questions. So just type your question in the chat, or you can just unmute and ask, and I'm happy to help out. If I can input anything into Jarvis and play right now in real time, or if you have specific questions about the tool, how to use it, why it's useful in your business. So I'll either say farewell to you or stay on if you have questions, because I'm happy to hang for a bit.
I have a question, Kelsey.
Yeah, please go for it.
It's just more technical. So I was just wondering, when you put in those fun little prompts and you put your 3 and you hit the, give me all the fun answers and all of it comes up, does it store all of that? Or do you because the 3 ideas, they might all be good and you might not use it right away. Mm-hmm. So you might want to save them for later and not have to pay for those words, or those words might never come back again. So do you have to copy and paste everything out into like a document somewhere? Or is there something that saves everything that it's generated and charged you for from the word output?
Totally. So this is their solution right here. You come to your dashboard and you click AI outputs. And this is everything we did tonight. Like, it's all saved for me.
So it saves anyways. Yeah.
But what I did, even in the promotion of this training, because I had asked Alex to post in the Facebook group and on Instagram, a couple places, I just did a few outputs and then I copy and paste them into a separate document. It was called Jarvis Masterclass, but I might create one called like the visionary method, or because I just like to have everything in Google Docs. So I would grab it
Yeah.
off the platform, paste it, but otherwise it's just right here. So it's super simple.
And I guess if you found a way to organize some of it, you could almost in your Google Docs almost have separate docs with things pasted in that are more, I
Absolutely.
guess, in line along with what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Can I ask what the basic membership cost is?
Oh yeah, for sure. And again,
Yeah.
I'm not like working for them or anything. I'm an
Yeah.
affiliate, but
Yeah.
the basic I believe is $29.
So is that Canadian per month?
I think that's American per month.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So definitely go with the lowest plan unless you're an
Mm-hmm.
agency.
Mm.
You will not need anything more than the basics. Okay, here we go. So starters,
Okay.
29. Pro, you don't need unlimited words. There's
No.
no way. So yeah, $29.
Is there a counter anywhere for you or a bar showing you how much you've used?
Yeah,
throughout your
that's
month?
where I got this slide actually. It'll show you your daily output
Okay,
and you can toggle that. So
cool.
yeah, you can always log in, see how much you've pumped out, and
Okay, that's cool.
yeah,
Thank you.
you're very welcome. Anybody else have questions? Did I miss some in the chat?
I'll jump in here, Kelsey.
Yes.
Um,
Hi.
This was super cool. Thank you for this. I noticed that whenever I learn something like this, what goes through my mind is, it's like, but what if my writing skills decrease? Or, but what if I enjoy writing? And then it's like this silly conversation in my head where really it's kind of like, okay, well, if I'm using a hammer or a saw and Kelsey's showing us power tools, like why wouldn't I engage in these cool tools? So for yourself, when you started using these things, was it just ready, set, go, or did you almost have to make a mental adjustment to engage in the tools instead of just do the writing, do the creation like you've done for years?
Mm-hmm. Oh goodness. I hate to say this so honestly, but I think it has made me a bit of a lazy copywriter because I love the tool so much and it brings me so much joy. But I would also say that when I sit down to write, I'm way more tempted to have Jarvis spit out ideas than for me to sit there in the discomfort of a blank page. So I've come to be very dependent on him. And that's not a bad thing necessarily because like I'm busy. I have to produce. I have clients that I still have to like get output for. And when time is ticking, I'm sometimes like, why would I sit here with like a blank slate when I know there's ideas? So yeah, I think there's a mindset thing. And like for anyone who doesn't know Blake, he writes a daily email and that's not Jarvis created. That is like coming from the heart. So I don't know if like there has to be a mindset shift to come to the point of saying like, let the computer put out whatever it wants. But it has to be, in my opinion, still a tandem effort. Like I don't often just take what Jarvis says and post it to you all or email you all. Like I'm always putting heart and soul into it. It's still my writing. I just use the tool as a second brain, as the marketing angles that like me and my tired self at 7 a.m. this morning couldn't figure out. What's the positioning of my client's product? Like, I don't know what to say about it. But I think it'll make you a bit lazier. So I've had some people say to me, I will not come to your training because I'm a copywriter and I don't agree with this tool. But I'm
Right.
like, I'm not a trained copywriter. So I get stoked on it. But then there are other tools that I would probably be the one to say, I'll never use that tool because. So I don't know. That's like a moral dilemma that I haven't yet problem solved.
And when you listened to Seth Godin share this at that conference,
Yeah.
I know he writes a daily email. He's like a prolific writer. Was he saying that
Yeah.
he uses this? He thinks people should. He doesn't need it because he loves writing. Like, what was that all about?
He said this will change the state of marketing because it leaves, he didn't go on to how he has used it. He just said, I've been playing around with it and he was thoroughly impressed with it. And that to me was like, and so that's when I started using it. But he said like, it's going to make people better marketers because it's using data from the internet to help you to produce a better topic or to, and it's not clickbaity. Like you want to stay away from that, but it'll help to gather like, what's important to people. What are they searching on Google? What is being talked about that you need to put into your blog post? And sometimes we just think like in our own mind, like people will love this, but they're not actually Googling that or thinking that. So I think he sees it as like a good opportunity for marketers to incorporate Jarvis into the way they output content.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for this. Totally got the wheels turning.
Oh yeah. Glad you came. And yeah, I hope you got some nugget out of it. Does anyone else have any cues, questions, comments? Again, this is just for fun. I love doing this kind of stuff, and I appreciate you all coming to hang out and to humor me as I go through these templates. But you know where to find me if you have any questions, or if you want me to do anything on my back end before you start your own Jarvis account, let me know. I know with Camille, I was like playing around with her business and I was like, this should be your new tagline. And she liked it. So I enjoy doing it for other people, more so than my own business. So if anyone needs me to output anything, happy to do it on my account. So I'll wrap it up here. Thank you all, 10 of you, for coming, and hope you have fun with it if you end up playing around with it. So bye, everybody, and happy Monday.